Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning in like always. Today we're going to be talking about the mysterious stone tablet and its key function, saving tribe members. So to start this off, you need to kill the first boss. The first boss will give you data update 1 for the node on your mask, and that will unlock the info entry functionality. That's the key function for saving. And then on your map, I'll show you where it is real quick. If we zoom out, you're going to be starting over here in the bottom right hand corner, and then you'll have to travel north. And this little pit is where you would summon the boss. Any of these big triangles is where an actual boss is located. And then once you kill the boss, you go into the temple, and there's a table in there. That table, you'll offer it certain resources, and then it will have a cutscene. That means that it's all done and your data update node is repaired. Now you need to go find a table. My easiest to go to ones is either this ancient ruins here, because I set up shop usually right here and do the copper and tin ore that's all around. And then these guys provide me starter kits. They're worn kits, but they're bronze, and it's pretty good just starting off, and it gives me a butt ton of bandages. Then you also have the option of just continuing the story. The story is going to take you right here to the Ancient Ruins dungeon. I recommend a hammer for this dungeon, and make sure that you bring either a spear or bow for the mechanics inside the dungeon. This dungeon also provides the coffin that you need, so that way this coffin essentially resurrects the people, and then you have this functionality which crafts, saves, and transfers people essentially. So that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so before you open this table, you are going to want to take control of the person that you want to save. This is a key step that most people miss, or it's not explained or anything like that. So you want to take control, click E on the table, and you're greeted with your mask. The ones that are marked gold are the ones that you own, and each mask is different. So for redstones or red crystals, so each time you put something in, it stays there permanently. You can remove them, but I think it takes a yellow crystal to remove. But oh, I didn't mean to click that. And so essentially that's all there is right here. This is where you equip the red crystals, and then info entry is where you're going to save your people. This guy's already saved, so I'm going to delete him just to show the example. You're going to click the plus sign once in the bottom right hand corner. It's going to have info entry pop up. You're going to click it, and it saved your character, and it put it on a list. If you're playing on default settings, you can only have 3 right off the get-go, and then later on 2 of the other updates, I do believe, for killing bosses, increase your limit. I recommend, if you own the server or if you're playing single player, just to crank that stuff up. That way you don't have to worry about it going forward. And then the other key feature that I would like to point out is, let's say he dies. Well, I saved him at 91 for his skill, but I leveled him up to 120, but he died before I updated the info. That means he will restart back at 91. If you update his info at 120 out of 120, he will always spawn at 120. So don't lack on forgetting, or don't forget, essentially to upload these guys' info regularly, so that way you don't have to lose any progress. Then you have the data processing. Data processing, think of this as Arc and their Pokemon spears for the dinos, and then transferring to another server or another map. And essentially this is digitizing your player to bring with you over to the other maps. I'm pretty sure. I have not done it, so I'm not 100% sure. So don't take, my full word on that. And let me know if it's different in the comments. I'd love to learn. I'm about to try it sometime here, but it might have to wait a few days. And then essentially all you need is energy, and you need a data storage ring. Then you have your crafting table. This is powered by sunstones and or an energy module. You can put your upgrade here, or you just place it next to it. It'll snap together essentially. And you have to have the coffin to resurrect your players. And then these energy crystals, I recommend making them if you get the opportunity to. What it does is essentially takes 100 sunstones and crams them into one big jar, essentially. And now you can just basically drink from the jar and not have to keep clicking a sunstone. So like if you need 10 sunstones, you only have to click this once versus clicking it 10 times, essentially. You can also get portals, and these are personal portals you can place at your base. You get 2 different masks that you can make. There's modules probably for these masks. And then a hibernation pod, you got a mysterious mark, data storage rings, the yellow crystal clusters. This is the same thing as these energy gatherings. You're going to find yellow crystal cluster, you're going to find yellow crystals, and the yellow crystals, you're going to use them on other masks like the Torch of Eternity. When you continue the story, you're going to get this. It actually has a mimicry. Mimicry is essentially an alt. That's the gist of it. You're going to transform into this guy. You're going to use 1 yellow crystal. You start with 50 or 60 yellow crystals in your mask, and I think you can hold like 1,000 or something. And then while you're in this form, you lose mask energy over time. It depletes relatively quick. It's not crazy, but you can't keep it, or you can't sustain it for hours. And then once you're in this form, so example, this one, he has an ult that makes a big bubble around him, and it heals everybody that's on your team. And then every single one of them have a mimicry, so you can go through that and look at them. This is also a great way to read all of your bonus perks and whatnot at the bottom. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any problems, or you like to comment or let me know any cool information, just let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.